Welcome to Singapore. We're doing a 2-day pre-visit tour here, and we're going to see every single site that you want to see in Singapore if you only have 2 days to stay here. So get ready to be wowed. Even though Singapore was originally part of Indonesia, one of the kings of Indonesia, a Muslim owned it. It is not for Islam, it is for the birth of a new nation. And the 5 stars are the 5 pledges made to make this a wonderful place to live in. We start our tour of Waterloo Street, one of the oldest streets in Singapore, at the Sri Krishna Temple. And the temple itself is lovely. Sri Krishna is an incarnation of the Hindu god Vishnu. And now we're going down the street to explore it. And right next to the Hindu temple is the Buddhist temple. So one buys flowers or incense here in the stalls outside the Buddhist temple and takes it inside as offerings. These incense sticks cost about $1. And now for a totally different type of market. And here's a shop for zodiac signs. Buy your favorite god. A side bar and housing. These are traditional English bungalows. Those 900 square foot apartments across the street go at $900,000 or so if you want to buy one. Next up, the Flower Domes. And this is where we are going. Accompanied by this incredible music. And this is a special dahlia exhibit for the Chinese New Year. And there's the Dragon Garden. There's downtown Singapore and the Ferris wheel. The wood dragon, swimming dragon movement. From dahlias to cloud forests. And all types of little kids. With this rousing, authentic Singapore music, we're on our way to the very next stop, lunch. We're having lunch at the Red House Seafood Restaurant. After lunch, it's time to go on the Singapore River Cruise. This is the boat we're about to take. Now we are starting a cruise on the Singapore River.
Business.
Okay.
The sheltered riverbanks made excellent loading and unloading places. Back then, the whole river was chock-a-block with thousands of boats transporting a whole myriad of goods to be traded by the merchants who had set up shop in that row of buildings on the bank. Some of those goods included seafood, spices, and rubber. The precious cargo was shouldered across gangplanks by immigrant laborers known as coolies. But according to legend recorded in the Malay annals, Prince Sanghila Utama renamed it Singapura, meaning Lion City in Sanskrit, after he spotted a lion on its shores. Who made the trip to Malayan Park to photograph this world-famous icon at her new home right here in scenic Marina Bay. Take a peek behind the Malayan and you'll see a baby Malayan.
Close-up of the mare lion, the mascot of Singapore. And this is the swimming statue at the edge of the river. Singapore's police station. This brings the cruise to an end. Well, parking's fairly cheap in Singapore. These are shops in the Arab or Muslim section of Singapore. The largest mosque in Singapore only open to Muslims. $5,000 fine for pestering people on the streets. Taunting is defined as walking around with a sign advertising some restaurant. That is the only graffiti I have seen in Singapore. Day 2 begins at Victoria Hall, named after Queen Victoria. Now a museum, but originally where all of the government buildings were located. Singapore is a very handicap-friendly city. And this is the Cavendish Bridge, the oldest bridge across the Singapore River. Today, this is a pedestrian-only bridge. And this is the Fullerton Hotel, the original post office of Singapore. And then we are going finally to the bow of the top part of the boat that crosses the 3 towers. Getting And there is downtown Singapore. There are the flowers, domes, and our hotel over there. While we're waiting for our bus, a quick summary of Singapore. It's a clean city. I've yet to see any trash anywhere. This is a beautiful, walkable city. Lots of history, lots of Americana every